Well, we're back to that wonderful time of year again where everything is, 10 times more difficult than it would be in any other environment. Financial situation, shop situation, all that fun stuff. So we need to use all 50,000 of the BTUs on this to get the Impala started up. I tried yesterday without doing this step because the fucking heater wouldn't ignite, and yeah, it wasn't having it. So we're going to try this again, except today it is significantly colder than it was yesterday. That's why I had planned this all for yesterday. But anyway, let's see if this actually starts this time. Thank God. Okay. Chemtrails go burr. So anyway, the plan yesterday was to get the Impala moved out of the carport. I plowed this entire area. I was going to park the car right here. And I have a car cover to throw on it that I got for next to nothing at Value Village. That may or may not fit. Doesn't really matter. Just needs to cover the back glass for the most part. That's where it leaks. And that is all because of this heap right here. Now, avid viewers, all three of you will probably already know what this car is. This is a flat 1968 Dodge Charger that we got last summer from out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. Of course, we were nothing but delicate in that operation because this is a little gem right here. So in those clips that I just added in, you'll see that there were no hubs on the front of the car, and we were just kind of dragging it across the forest floor. Well, it fucking rolls now, practically restored. It looks a little wonky for sure, but I got hubs off of eBay for $99 for a pair, and I forget what shipping was. And I got inner, outer bearings, wheel seals, and spindle nut kits off of Rock Auto. Would you just look at that from this one perspective? It almost looks like a second-gen Charger. I'm still waiting on dust caps, by the way. So this whole process here to get this car rolling again took about a week. It wouldn't have literally anywhere else, but this is Alaska. It's fucking cold. The car so when we drug this off the trailer last fall, it was the only area we could tie it off to a tree with a chain and just drag it off, and it was muddy right here. The car sunk down into that and froze into that. So the first 3 days we're just trying to get the car freed from the goddamn ground. Blew out the seals in one floor jack. That floor jack is now fucked. Had to use the handyman jack on the bumper and another floor jack on the rocker and just go back and forth and put enough pressure on it that it finally popped loose to the ground. Now what you want to do is put your Blizzaks on the front of your squashed muscle car, because that's clearly where they're going to do the most good for you. So I got the car mostly unburied yesterday, but now I got to dig out this berm back behind it so that we can flat tow it all the way up front, turn it around, and back it into the carport. By the way, if you're in the Fairbanks area and would like to buy a Challenger or a 62 Dodge Lancer, let me know. Okay, let's see if this is warm enough to start now. You can see there's frost inside the car on everything. Ah, okay. I don't think this is a functional choke. Yep, no choke, but it's gonna go. Or not. Clearly needs a tune-up. Some exhaust that goes further than the front door. More than 5 gallons of gas that's not from 99. But other than that, it runs pretty good. Not a huge fan of the cold, but really none of these are. This is probably my favorite car in the yard. So I guess this is what a large is anymore for a car cover. I don't think that would even fit over the fucking bean car, but it'll do what it needs to do for now. It's waterproof compared to just a shitty old tarp, I guess. Well, would you look at this? We actually made it into the carport. It's been a couple days. We went through that cold spell. Now we're going to get, half a foot of snow in the next day or two. But the car is in the carport. Not in the correct direction, because to put an engine in here, it kind of needs to be facing that way. But we'll deal with that later. I did just get a steering wheel in from eBay too, so that's going to make it a hell of a lot easier. But the steering box, there has been no hood on the car for who knows how fucking long, was full of water, and it was kind of fucking cold here. So that did not go as easily as I had expected. Yep, so this is a 6869 Mopar steering wheel out of who knows what, maybe a Cornet or something. But I got that and the dust caps for the front end. Right now I'm going to start the heater in here and get everything thawed out. I have a Porta Power ordered on the way from Amazon, and then we should be able to get this roof to look a little bit more roofy. Well, that snow that I had mentioned earlier seems to be here now. So the heater's been up here doing its thing for the past few hours, and the car is pretty much thawed out, but it's not completely dried out yet. So I'm probably going to need to run it again tomorrow and hope that it actually starts drying all this shit out, and then I can start vacuuming out all this debris and leaves and dirt and shit from when we got the car, because I didn't do a whole lot with it in the back of the lot because I couldn't get power to it easily enough. This has to be the most solid original 68 Dodge Charger trunk pan this side of the Canadian border, besides up there where it's not. But that's where all the water was collecting where the car was sitting, so that's expected. This is the bad side. I don't know if you can tell. I actually have the chrome ring that goes around this, I just don't have the gas cap. So I'm going to spend the next few days cleaning everything up and out. It'll be a lot easier to work in then. There's a lot of fishing hooks in this car, so I don't really want to be kneeling around in there doing shit. So when we got this out of the woods, it did have a complete interior, carpet, seats, and everything. The problem is that the roof was down here when we got it, so the framing for the seats and everything was completely fucked up, and we ended up just ripping all that out and dumping it. But you can see the floor pans are actually, stupid nice. This one, that one, this back one, over there is the only problem spot. Sounds like World War III is going on outside. That's neat. Would you just look at that door panel? That's pretty nice. And the dash isn't half bad either. It's too dark for you to see fuck all, but it's there. Now there's another one off yonder somewhere. It's too cloudy to see what they're actually doing. So here's the overall plan. I think what we need to do is tack this A-pillar back into place there, and then I can use the previously mentioned Porta Power to start reshaping this roof. It's not going to be perfect at all, especially back here where all the structure is supposed to be. Not going to be able to do a whole fucking lot there. but it will be, you know, attached to the car again, and you'll actually be able to sit in here, which will be nice. I'm not too concerned about this thin shit up here. That should reshape relatively okay. I got to take this fender off to make that look kind of what it's supposed to again. It's kind of super fucked. Back here is the issue. The door jamb, or lack thereof. This whole thing is just... it's trying to free itself from the rest of the charger. The other side is not that much better. It's totally squished. So door jambs are my biggest concern. I think I can get those off of another car that happens to be off the side of a cliff. If that works, you know, perfect. If not, I don't know, make some sort of cage or something that ties everything together. You can see how this section specifically is quite pinched. So if we can bring that back to the shape it's supposed to be, that will help a lot with the whole layout of the car. And again, with the porta power, I think right here is like the flat spot in the trunk. And I'm going to be able to bring that back up to about where it should be, which I'm hoping will bring the back end down just a little bit so it looks a little bit less banana-y. And pretty much it's the same on this side, a little less severe, but it is squished right at that pivotal point where you should have the nice sleek quarter panel coming down here. So within the next video or two, this should be looking quite a lot more like a 68 Dodge Charger if you squint and have dust in one eye, I think. It doesn't seem like the air traffic's going to calm down anytime soon. They must be doing exercises, but it's not great for making a video. So we're going to cut this short here. Next couple episodes or so should look like a car again. Check. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It's much appreciated. And I'll talk to you later. Jesus Christ, it's like one after another.